What's going on, y'all? It's Nate Matthews from NeverDenyMe.com, and this is going to be, I guess, our second/first official test of the LOKLiK iCraft cutting machine right here, right? First, before I forget, y'all see that box behind me right there? There's another unboxing coming soon, so if you want to see what's in that box, subscribe to this channel and I guess like the video because, you know, we got some more stuff to showcase in a minute too. Today's project kind of got messed up already. I didn't try it. However, let me tell you what the problem is. So from the last video I did, if you didn't see the unboxing and every single thing this thing comes with and my excitement for being able to use it and everything, one of the first comments that somebody mentioned is that I guess the last model of this machine had issues with print and cut. And I don't know exactly what problems they had with the print and cut, whether it couldn't actually cut through the material or it wasn't aligning properly or anything. I don't know. So I tried to make my very first test on this thing a print and cut. The problem came when I realized, well, it's not even that I realized, but I designed something right in the software. That's kind of what's up here on the thing. I did it on the computer actually. I designed something in the software that this comes with, but I don't have a regular printer. The only type of printer I have is a thermal printer, like that prints 4x6 labels for shipping things out in the mail. I don't have a full-size printer. So what I did was I designed something, I printed it into a PDF file, went to print it out somewhere else. I came back and, you know, since I left, I turned the machine off. When I turned the machine back on, the file kind of like moved a little bit. And it tells you, like, once you print it out, don't move it. Otherwise, it's not going to be able to line up. So unfortunately, I cannot do that test that I set out to do today. But I will show you guys just a little sample or a little preview of what the plan was. It was going to be something like this, like just real quick. Boom, boom, boom. It's a template to make a hat, right? To make a hat out of paper, like a dad hat. So I have some on regular paper. And then I did it also on cardstock. So it was gonna come out real nice. However, I wanna give this thing a fair test. So if I know right now that I can't align it perfectly, since I left, I'm not gonna go ahead and give that the first test. Maybe I'll try again tomorrow, but I don't feel like going out to try to print something again. But what I have been doing is testing out the draw feature. So it came with one of these right here, right? And this is already cooler to me than one of the other ones because this thing seems like it's more universal to where you could fit multiple type of pens or markers or whatever in here as long as it fits the width right there. So what you would do is unscrew this thing, hold the top, unscrew the bottom. And this pen was real tricky too. I didn't notice that this thing had two sides. So as soon as I opened it, I was like, it says to put it in here, but it won't fit at all. It won't go through. I'm like, what the heck? So I almost was about to give up. And then I seen real close, there was another thing. So it's I guess a thicker marker and then a fine point on the other side. And it's like really, really smooth. Even up close, I couldn't see the break line or nothing to see that it comes apart. So anyway, you pull it apart right here. You can stick this into here. Let me unscrew it just a little bit more. Oh, there it is. And then you put this on there. I gotta do it from here. There it is. And then the pen sticks out just a little bit. And then you could put it in here, press go on the machine and everything, and it'll draw some stuff out for you. So I'll show you guys what I did as a test. These are not like actual projects. I just wanted to do something, I guess, off camera, but I wasn't quite ready to make a video. I thought I was gonna be ready today, but I guess we're just hanging out today because I'm still not ready. But I'll show you guys again some stuff that I drew with it. I got to figure out this problem again. You know, I know this is a common issue about when you peel stuff off of your mat. This is a little sticky mat you put all your materials onto and everything. Well, I drew something out and took the paper off and it curled up. That's not anything to do with the machine at all. It's just a technique and you kind of need the scraper and everything. So I did something like this, right? And you guys might be wondering, that's stupid. What is this? Well, this is actually an embroidered digitized file that, you know, when I do the placement stitch and tack down and then I have to cut it out by hand. Well, I could make this machine cut it out so I would no longer have to cut patches out by hand anymore. That's the plan. And that's why I was really excited about this and how I see this can work with embroidery, or that's just one of the ways that I can make this work with embroidery. Instead of doing my placement and tack down, I put the material in there and it'll cut it out to the exact size I need. Then I put it on my machine, do the stitching, and then everything is just perfect. I don't have to cut it out. So the digitized file was actually this size, but when I transferred it from the digitizing program to the program that runs off of this, I just did a quick thing instantly, and I was like, wait a minute, that's a little too big. So I wish that it would automatically recognize the file size, but it didn't. So I had to type in the exact file size, and then I shrunk it down, did it again. Then I wanted to test it out to see how accurate it was with the writing. So I put that marker in there, just typed in 3 letters, NDM, and I did a little trace out. So that's one little test I did. I'll show you guys this. This was supposed to be today's video, but it's embroidery related. But it says thankful, and you guys can see a bunch of little things right here. What these would be is actually kind of how I used to make clothes before. Put the material in there, cut out all your letters and everything. Once they're all cut out, you could place them on a shirt and then iron them on. If you put iron on the back of it before you cut it out, you know, I'll show you guys that again. If you subscribe, I will show you, but there's just a lot that I had to do. There's so many embroidery projects that I have to put out. I got to finish reading a book. I told you guys I got that package that just came in the mail. I got to do a video on that soon. It's a lot going on right now. And I'm still trying to figure out the software for this. Like, it's obviously easy. I figured this out like super quick. However, what I'm attempting to do, so I don't have to start over and design something over here and then redesign the whole thing over here, I'm trying to figure out the best way to convert my files from embroidery over to make them work on this machine with the exact same file type. Of course, this doesn't do no type of stitching or nothing like that, but it will cut out your designs no matter what your stitch type is and everything. Just stick around. Again, I'll show you guys when I have more time. I also did a couple tests. So you see, this is my issue. The printer that I have is a thermal printer. It only prints in black and white. So this is me, my little Santa Claus version, and it doesn't print the greatest if I didn't make it for black and white. So it's actually a color print, but it turned a full color design into black and white. So that's the best it was able to do. And I was gonna attempt to cut this out. As you guys can see, that is the registration marks that I will put in on here. However, it's supposed to have 4 corners. So I also wish, if you guys are watching this video, LOKLiK, please update the software to make it to where if I do a print and cut, I could do it at smaller sizes and I don't need a full sheet of paper. Because if you guys see this right here, you see it's 4 corners and everything like that. So it kind of needs 4 corners. So I tried it with this. It read this registration and then it went way over here looking for the rest of them and it couldn't find them and it just canceled the project. But I flipped this thing upside down, and what I was doing is a little test on here, testing out the pressure that I needed in order to cut out this material. So this is thermal paper for the printer. I think the first one I had was on like 7. 7 was the force, and it cut all the way like almost all the way through, right? I didn't want that. So then I think I changed it to 6, and it was a little bit better. If you can see right here, that's this one. If you can see right here, it cut it on the top, but it did also kind of punch through the back a little bit. So now I lowered it again, and I think I set it on 5, and I already peeled the little sticker off, but it didn't poke through the back at all. So I think that's the perfect setting for something like this, using the force of like 5. And we're gonna try something out. Again, this is not a proper setup or technique or nothing to do, but just something I'm gonna test out real quick. Just to give you guys some content. Another reason why I guess I'm rushing to do this is because right now, this thing is like on an extreme discount, because I think they're doing pre-orders. Pre-orders just started for this like yesterday, and then it's going for, I think, until like the day before Christmas or something like that. So they're giving you like, I think $30 off. And then if you use the code that's linked in the description, you get an extra $10 off. So I guess $40 off of the regular price, and you're going to get everything you need to get started. I designed something real quick. I guess I'll tell you guys more about the app later, but right now I'm going to go ahead and place my material on the mat. There it is. So I just set that thermal printer, or that thermal label, on the machine right here. And I'm going to go ahead and load it into the machine. Y'all see it? Let me take this off real quick. This is my tablet, by the way. And this is just the software that I'm running that came with the machine. It works on your computer or off of the App Store. I'm running Android apps. I'm pretty sure it works with iOS as well. I have it going off of a standard cut using the 12 by 12 mat right now. Don't need to mirror it. We're just gonna go ahead and press next. I'm gonna go ahead and cut both things. Let me set the pressure and all that type of stuff again. So we're gonna act as if it's heat transfer vinyl, and heat transfer vinyl seems like it has the perfect settings that I need that I just told you guys. So let me take this off and show you again. Or I guess show you for the first time. If y'all can see those numbers there, if I'm correct, I think it says 6.0, 5, and 1, which is the force, the speed, and the passes. How many times it's gonna go over those cut lines. So we'll just keep it as is. My design it's actually similar to this design actually. I think, matter of fact, I think it is this exact same design. So this design that I made, this is version number 2. This is one of the original designs when I was hand painting t-shirts. And then I started using the vinyl to heat press them. And then I did it again. And the best way that I can get it to work for embroidery is to do like a new version. So it says make yourself proud. By the way, I wore this at my my race. So I did a 5K race on my other channel. Click the card that pops up if you guys want to go see that, because I have been working hard in order to enter a 5K. So I did that, got my medal hanging up on the wall. But yeah, let me go ahead and add the task. Oh, that's why. Okay, so I had already done it. Okay, so let's see if I could delete some stuff here. Are you sure you want to clear all tasks? Yes, delete them all. I'm gonna go back and we're gonna add these both back to the task. Okay, so let's start with the red, and I'm just gonna press play and it's gonna start cutting. It's already at 43%, 51%, 60% done, 68, 78. It's going real quick. Y'all see it moving. There's no point in doing a close-up because I'm only cutting white, so you're not going to be able to see it. But let me go ahead and click the second one. Again, this is supposed to be a 2-color design, white and red. However, since I'm just doing this on the label, it's just all going to be white as a little test real quick. So now we're going to press go. And now it's gonna cut the second part, and it looks like it cut out amazing. I see it already. So let me go ahead and get my weeder ready to go ahead and remove the excess. By the way, this weeder thing is kind of cool because I was testing it out, not weeding for the actual purpose, but if you unscrew it, it's kind of like a hollow thing in there. So that is where I went ahead and put my extra cutting blades right here. So there's a cap for the blade that's being cut right now, or the blade that's in there, and then an extra one. So you can hide some stuff in here to cut, and it'll work out great. So it's at 64% right now. And it's also another little hidden compartment in the stylus, the scoring stylus. You pull this off right here. I don't think I have anything in here though, but you could put some stuff in there too. Because I was really wondering, like, dang, if I take everything out the package, this is the deep cut blade. The blade that it's cutting with right now is the standard blade. And yeah, it's doing this thing. 98%, 99. All right, it looks like it's done that quick. Again, I'm gonna get some actual projects prepared for you guys to show you. When everything is done, go ahead and just press this arrow. Remember in the last video I said, I don't know what the up and down arrow is for. That's actually the load/unload button. So before I even take it off the mat, I'll show you guys the cuts that this thing just did. If I can get in frame there. Y'all can see it. It says, make yourself proud. Real quick. So just that quick, I made the design on my hat. Now, if this were heat transfer vinyl, all I would need to do is mirror the image, cut it out. I could peel it off and put it on my shirt or whatever, iron it on, and it'll be permanent. But right now, as a test, again, I just put this on a sticky label. So it'll be like a sticker. All right, so we got that going. And what I'm gonna do is just pull away the negative and I'll leave the actual design on the paper. Seems like it's coming off pretty easy too. So let me just lift this off. Oh yeah, look at that, y'all. Let me stand up real quick so y'all can see. I know it's upside down. Oh, gotta get up in here in this E. Yeah. Pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, it's back over by the E. It's like I gotta pull it in the opposite direction in order for this to work. There we go. Let me just set that right there for now. And then what this weeder thing right here is for is so you can get into the smaller sections like the inside of the A. And pick this off. Let me get inside of this R. Y'all see it? Like I just picked off the letter inside of the A, inside of the O. Now I'm about to get inside of that R right there. Seems very accurate to me so far with what I'm able to do. Let's get into this P and this R and the O. And my settings seem to be spot on. It didn't cut all the way through, but it did cut the sticker part that I needed to be removed. And I actually don't want this to go to waste. So normally you would use the, I forget what they call it, but you put some type of very, very light adhesive over the top of this to pull it away, and then you could stick it onto something. Now I didn't really keep this in mind, but I was about to just peel this off and then stick it on here, but the machine is white, so you ain't gonna even be able to see it. But maybe I could stick it onto the back of my my tablet or something here and put it like that. Or maybe I shouldn't be putting adhesive on my tablet. I don't know, but just that quick. I know it's white on white and it's kind of hard to see. Well, it ain't hard to see. I could clearly see it, but y'all see what this machine is capable of. Let me know what the name of that film is called too. I forgot. I told you guys, this is one of the things I used to use when I started my business in apparel years and years ago. And then I transitioned into embroidery and really haven't looked back since. But then I realized I could use this with the embroidery or even offer, you know, some designs will take a long time to stitch out, that if it's just like a big block of text, you just really want it to be word based or like numbers and stuff like that. Simple blocks of color would be great for this, because you see how fast this I was going to say, I said stitched out. It didn't mean stitch out. You've seen how fast this thing cut this out. As simple as it was for this to do this in, let's say, 2 minutes for embroidery, to embroider this, I would still say that's going to be at least 20 something minutes maybe. So 20 minutes versus 2 minutes on a cutter like this, it'll come in handy. I'll figure out what I'm gonna do with this a little bit later, but yeah, make yourself proud. It's the same thing that's on the shirt. I mean, on the beanie. And yeah, I'll catch you guys real soon again for that unboxing. And matter of fact, I want to see if you guys feel like interacting with the video. Let me know what you guys want to see. Actually, somebody already told me they want to see the print and cut. So I still got to do that first. Let me get back to the printer. But anything else, what do you want me to make? I could t-shirts. I wouldn't suggest putting something like this, even if it's heat transfer vinyl, onto a beanie, like material like this. For a beanie, I think the best thing is what I did already, is embroidery. But if I wanted to put something on a t-shirt, something flat, this would be great for something like this, you know? Of course, I'd size it properly, but yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.